In this video, we're gonna cover how to go from LO all the way to CEO. What's going on, guys? My name's Nick Friel, founder of Media Simplified and the Loan Launch Program. And this channel is dedicated to helping mortgage professionals close more deals and scale their business using lead generation, automation, online marketing. Hopefully, this video helps you. In this video, we're gonna cover how to go from LO all the way to CEO. We're gonna talk about how to run your mortgage business like a CEO. Now, one thing I wanna say is that right now, there's a version of your business that exists that's way more enjoyable than the business that you have currently. And the best way I've been explained to this is like, say you were going to sell a house, right? So you own a home and you're trying to sell it. Well, the first thing you're gonna wanna start doing, right, is looking at, what can we improve around the house? Maybe we can add a nice picket fence. Maybe we add some flowers, in the front yard. Maybe we add a nice sidewalk and some planters that make it look good. Maybe we add in some new windows and give it that modern look. After a while, after you start updating the home and fixing some of those things that are broken or some of those issues that, always bothered you, the house is gonna be ready to sell. And it's usually not until the house is ready to sell, when you fixed all of those things, that you look around and you think, wow, I actually really like this house. I don't even know if I even wanna sell this house. That's what we wanna do with your business. We want to go around and fix the little chips in the paint. We wanna add the flower garden. We want to, add the white picket fence and get your business to the point where you actually really enjoy your business. And we do that by working on the right things. So an easy way to tell if you're working on the right things is if you feel like you're spending all of your time and all of your energy trying to grow your business, and yet your business is not growing, you're working on the wrong things. So that's what we're going to cover in this video: how to approach growing your loan business like a CEO. All right, first practical step is you need to set aside time every single week, and you can start with only a few hours a week and move to a few days a week from there. But for a few hours a week, you need to start looking at your business as a whole. A lot of times you're looking at yourself as a loan producer, and you're just looking at those parts of your business, the lead generation, the conversations, the calls with realtors, when in fact you often need to take a step back and look at your business as a whole to figure out where your biggest pain point is. And in that stepping back and looking at the full picture is where you're going to find the biggest constraint. Now, if you take away anything else from this video, it's that you need to figure out what your biggest constraint is. And once you figure out that constraint, we put all of our focus and all of our energy into solving that constraint before we move on to the next thing. Once we figure out what are the big domino or what's the big lever we can pull, we need to start building systems. To do this and to do it scalably, you're not gonna be able to do it 100% on your own. That means you're not gonna be able to do every call, every text, every note, every application. There's gonna need to be systems and automations in place to help you carry the heavy lifting. Taking a step back on one of those days where you decide to look at your business as a whole, write down a list of all of the things that you currently do. Then write down a list of the things that could be easily automated or replaced, and then write down a list of the things that only you could hold on to, that you need to continue doing. So we're gonna write down a full list, we're gonna write down a replace, and then we're gonna write down a keep. So first list out all of the things that you're doing daily, things we could easily replace or automate, and then the things that would be hard to get rid of or the things that we feel like we need to hold on to. So once again, step one, start setting aside time to look at your business and work on it from a whole, trying to figure out what your biggest pain point is. Step two, figuring out a list of all of the to-dos that you have as a loan producer and figuring out what we can replace and automate and what we need to keep and hold on to for now. From there, we need to start measuring and tracking quickly. Most people think like they're gonna try these things, throw something in place, and they'll measure it 6 months from now. To know you're on the right track, you should be constantly testing, measuring, and optimizing. By the time that you really feel like a CEO, you're gonna have done this process 10, 20, 30 times. So make sure we are tracking key stats, like how many hours am I spending on these monotonous tasks that I could be automating? How many calls am I getting to? How many conversations am I having? And if you're automating and doing this properly, the stuff that you should be holding on to, your keep list, the time that you're spending here should be getting larger and larger, and the time you're spending on your replace list should be getting smaller and smaller. All right, so that's step 3 is automations and systems. Step 4 is scale automations, not people. So to do this and to really start to scale and think of your business as a CEO, there's gonna be other people involved. That's your underwriters, that's your LOS system, that's your realtor partners. Even though you might not be paying these people on a daily, on a monthly basis or on a salary, these are people that are, part of your business. So you want systems in place to make sure we're eradicating as much human error as possible, making sure everybody's doing their best job. And as you get more people involved in your business, you want to be able to delegate decisions, not just tasks, not just chores, but have people who can actually make decisions on your behalf. You can see all 4 of these principles are doing one thing, and that's getting you your time back. Your time should be treated as your profit, especially in the early days. What's going to allow you to grow your business is getting some time back that you're spending on monotonous tasks and actually allowing you to look at this thing as a whole. All right, now once you've done those things, we want to literally start from the top and iterate. We'll draw this out real quick. First, we're going to allot time. Then we're going to draw to-dos. Then we're going to create systems. Then we're going to test systems. How do you test your systems? You give them to other people and ask them to use the system. And if it doesn't work for them, it doesn't work just yet. So test systems with people, which is the goal is to give you free time, which you can allot that time to figure out where your constraint is, draw out the to-dos on how you can fix that constraint, create the systems to fix the constraint, get your people involved to see if the systems and the people fix this constraint, which should provide you free time, which should allow you to then look at your business once again and figure out where is the constraint coming from. So simple and ugly, but in theory, it's beautiful. If you just focus on the right things in your business, you can actually start to scale and think about your business as a CEO. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, subscribe, share. Any bit of support helps. My name is Friel, founder of Media Simplified. If you're a mortgage broker interested in working with us, go ahead and click the link below. If not, we'll see you on the next one.